Video games. A thing that I and thousands of other people around the world enjoy as one of their favorite pastimes. But unfortunately, we are in some dark times with the modern gaming industry, at least in the AAA space. Games that are broke at launch, make questionable decisions, or are just devoid of things the fans want. So here's my review of the modern game industry as a whole. Easily one of the things that irks me the most is the release now fix later mentality. Ever noticed how it seemed that most games before the launch of the PS4 and Xbox One were actually finished at launch? No updates were needed to fix an issue that had to have been seen during testing. You got the game, and that was that. But now it seems that every AAA game can't release without a slew of issues plaguing it. Probably the most offensive is the Star Wars Battlefront collection. I mean, this should have been the easiest slam dunk ever. All they were doing was just upscale the graphics a little, add all of the heroes, maps, and modes, and make it work on all of the new systems. Yet, there's quite a few graphical issues. There were only 3 servers to start on PC, which doesn't make any sense since I'm sure that most people who bought the game just wanted to play online with their friends. And I'm sure there's other issues that I've forgotten to mention about that game. Or what about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, where you had people that couldn't even play the game even if they wanted to because something was broken? Or what about the launch of Cyberpunk 2077, where it was so broken that PlayStation, after getting rid of their refund policy, decided to allow refunds for Cyberpunk? And that is just a mere drop in the bucket since it seems like every AAA game has to have major issues at launch now. I swear that while updates for games does have its purpose and it is nice to have, it's a curse now. It seems every big studio has the mindset of releasing it, even though that we know it has major issues, act surprised that people found these major issues, apologize, release updates, and then rinse and repeat. Another problem I have is the death of local multiplayer. It may just be me, but does anyone else feel like that there are less games that have 4 player local multiplayer now, whereas just 2 generations ago there felt like there's a bigger variety? For example, Call of Duty during the days of the Xbox 360 allowed 4 player split screen. Meanwhile, Modern Warfare 2019 only allows 2 players. Battlefront 2015 only 2. Heck, the Battlefront collection is only for 2 players as well, even though that those games used to be able to support 4 player split screen. I don't know why. It just seems that there's a shortage of games on the new systems that support 4 player split screen. To me, something about gaming with other people on the same system in the same room is just better than playing games online on different systems in different houses. Maybe it's just you can actually like be right by everyone and it just feels better. I don't know. And the last big problem I have with modern gaming is the live service model. I must say that there is one exception to it, that being that if the game is free to play, like Fortnite. Where I draw the line is when you have to pay $60 to play a game that requires an internet connection just to play it. I hate this for a few reasons. The first reason is that you can only play the game if you have an internet connection. So if your internet sucks, good luck trying to play it then. Or what if the servers are down or if they're full? You can't play it then either. Or another issue is the fact that since the game requires an internet connection, if the studio drops all support for the game, That's it. You can't play the game anymore. These games live and die by the user base. Some games may last for about 20 plus years, like World of Warcraft. Others may die in a few years after release, like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. And I'm quite sure that Suicide Squad will die within 5 years from now, too. Another thing I hate about live service is that usually these games also have shops that need real money to buy things. Again, this is fine for free games since, they do have to make money somehow. But games that need 60 bucks just to play it, and then they have the nerve to ask for more, is just unacceptable. Not to mention, it always seems like the shops are never affected from some sort of issue. Like Fallout 76. There were issues like there was no tomorrow when that game first released. And yet, it seemed like the one thing that was safe from all of the bugs and glitches was the shop. I wonder why that's so. Can't possibly be the fact that it gives the money, whereas the actual, you know, game does not actually give the money. I don't know. Anyways, that is my negative review of modern AAA gaming. While we have gotten incredible games like Doom 2016, Hitman World of Assassination, this era has had a lot of issues that has affected several games, and as such, things need to change for the better. Otherwise, at least for the AAA studios, we may get a second video game crash. If that's the case, I wonder what game would be buried in a landfill. Probably something from Game Mills catalog.